Right, so this is a little BTS behind the scenes action. We got our man Yash Chitneni. Say hi, Yash.
What's up?
I've always wanted to create a behind the scenes. If you ever, John Bellion's got these making of the music video where he goes into depth on each of his songs on his album. This is a making of the content. We recently started working together. Yash is in charge of managing a content team that creates some animation content for us. They're going to edit some YouTube stuff for us. And so we're kind of in the beginning stage of that process. We're starting to have these regular meetings where we plan out content for the upcoming weeks, what it's going to look like, how we go from A to Z, what systems need to be in process to make sure every component of the piece of content gets done on time. These videos is part of PR30. That's part of that. That's part of this process. And so part of us recording right now at this exact moment is making sure that the content system is as frictionless as possible. If you're like me, I'm somebody that loves to write. It's not my creative inclination. It's not my zone of genius to edit. I just want to talk about ideas. I want to write about ideas. The more friction involved in actually distributing what I want to talk about, the less likely I am to do it. I've been writing every day for 3 weeks, for 3 years, and I've been saying for 3 years that I wanted to speak more publicly about those ideas. I've been told for 3 years from multiple of my friends that I need to be speaking about my ideas more often in public and just sort of refine my ability to articulate on these things. And so something that Yash is helping me with, and something that it was just time for me to go all in on, is how do I build a system with such low friction that I will actually do it. So I just moved into a house a couple of weeks ago, and have an office set up where I'll be shooting most of my videos, have this mic, have a recorder. I'm just using my phone camera, Riverside, and then an app called Camo that allows you to turn your phone camera into a webcam, and then using some Rode Go mics. And so in this way, we've found this is the lowest friction way I've found to be able to go from idea to quality content without overproducing it. Still quality audio, still quality video in a way that I can be proud of, but not introducing so many potential snags that I just get burnt out or dejected. One of the things I'll talk about in PR30s is this idea that in the deal-making world, the M&A world, mergers and acquisitions, in the law side of my life, there's a common saying that time kills deals. And what that means is the longer something drags on, the less enthusiasm people have about the project, and the more likely that it just blows up entirely is the fate of that particular deal. Naval has the idea that inspiration is perishable. And so it's the common saying that time kills deals applied to inspiration and art. And so this idea of how quickly can you get from idea to execution, a lot of that has to do with what your systems for bringing that content to life looks like. For me, for too long, there were too many steps in the process that just resulted in me not distributing my ideas and the things I wanted to talk about in video form or in written form. And so what I've decided to dedicate this year to is, and Yash has helped me a lot with this, is just figuring out, and this is also James Clear idea in Atomic Habits, of how do you reduce the friction between yourself and the habits that you want to cultivate and do on a regular basis. And so this year was sort of dedicated to figuring that out. No more excuses. Sort of dialing in the exact setup, low friction setup where I would actually exercise the muscle and actually produce the content. It's also in the fitness world, you also hear this in terms of a diet. It really is a mental model that can be applied to a lot of different things. Specifically, when we think about this in the context of diet, I have a friend, Connor Fleming, who I had a podcast with years ago and he used to talk about how the best diet is the one you will actually do. And so the best content system is the one you will actually use. It's the same sort of concept there. And I'm hoping to sort of be a guide and example on how, if you're somebody that maybe is a little averse, a little hesitant to shooting content, to putting stuff out there regularly, because it just takes too much out of you to think about how you want to distribute those things when you'd rather just be focused on communing with the ideas and having a relationship with the ideas. But the reality is, your ideas are oxygen for people out there that need it. And so there is somewhat of a duty to distribute those ideas to the people that need it most. And so this is my attempt to solve that problem, and hopefully this is helpful. Peace. He's just slurping in the background. Look at him. Benjamin. Oi. Hey, we're over here. He's blind. In case you didn't know. Hey, you got something to say? A little ASMR? Benjamin. Honestly, also, if you want to introduce some joy into your life, get a dog, particularly a mini dachshund, something that just does ridiculous things on a day-to-day basis, and you'll smile more than you've ever smiled in your entire life. Isn't that right, Ben? Yeah, that's right. Okay, now we're out.